Prepare your heart. Here it is. Here's the mightiness. Okay, I choose to open to this. Please help me. The other realm helpers want nothing else but to be invited into the journey. Greetings, everybody. I'm Anand Zina Shakti. Thank you for returning to the channel, or if you're new, you're checking it out for the first time. I am an interdimensional healing artist. I'm a conduit for the angelic realm, and I have been in this position for over 25 years. And prior to that, during that, and into the future, I am a musician and a yoga trainer and dancer. And the music and the dance and the yoga that I share is all connected to the angelic message of awakening new earth. So my vision of reality is this merging of what we call the spiritual arts and the fine arts as the journey of evolution of consciousness. I really feel that the artistry of each human being that is innately in every human being. I'm not talking about like being really good at some kind of art form or being really talented. Every person is an artist. They are creating reality. And so the artistry of every human being is what we're bringing forward as we step into new earth. So you'll find that the channeling that happens on this channel is from the angelic realm, and it's very poetic in its nature because they really do see the overview and they see us in an absolutely unconditionally loving way. They see the beauty of our beauty and the beauty of our pain and our struggle. So I hope you enjoy. Today, the message is about this incredible frequency that's coming up. So first of all, I want to check in and see how you're doing. It's intense right now, right? I mean, it's always intense. We say that every time. But I'll just describe my journey right now. Some days are extremely emotional and beautiful emotion, just like an overpouring of love, like the kind of thing where you just watch a person like doing a small kind action, and your heart is just like, oh, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm wondering if there's anybody out there that's going through that as well. So it's a lot of my clients and my friends are talking about that kind of thing happening, where it's just like you feel like a waterfall some days, and it's powerful. It's really powerful. And then other days, it's like very tired or like very elated, very like, okay, cosmic self is all there is. There's no more doubt. There's no more questions. And then there are the days, and these are the ones that I'm finding to be the most fascinating. And I see how they're all interconnected to this transmission about the mighty energy that's coming. They're the days when, and they've only just, for me anyways, just started to appear in my life. I don't even know, when I experienced them since childhood, uh, of where everything's kind of normal, for a lack of a better description. And in that, and it's not a big emotional thing. It's not a low kind of point where you're like digging yourself through something and really chewing on it. It's not this exalted high, like it's just kind of like normal, for a lack of a better word. And it's that part of ourselves that's being activated right now because it is the most habituated with the old patterns, our past life patterns and our this life patterns of limitation. It's a perfect expressor or artist of those particular normal states, right? And they feel like they don't really feel like anything sometimes. And that's the most fascinating thing, because there never is a time when there's nothing going on. There never is a time, really, if we really see reality for what reality truly is. Every moment is extraordinary. There's no ordinary moments. Every moment is extraordinary. There's no ordinary moments. Every person, no matter how ordinary they choose to, create themselves in their art, they are the supreme. They are the supreme in this incredible costume. So there are no ordinary moments. And so when we start to feel everything's ordinary, we know that, wow, now we're really, really experiencing a pattern. And it's habituated in a way that has been so long term, lifetimes after lifetimes, family dynamics, ancestral dynamics, cultural dynamics, so many things. And so that it creates its normalness and it's socially acceptedness. And so it's the most hard to see and it's the most hard to change. And these are the ones that we're starting to really chip away in as a collective for the people in the collective that are desiring this kind of change. Of course, everybody is in this transformation, but people are in different stages. They're desiring different stages. They're desiring to experience different aspects of awakening right now. So this normal state that I've personally been feeling at different times, it's like, okay, hold on. What's going on? And then I'm realizing, wow, this is such a profound place. And because it's such a conditioning and it's you can just go off for the longest while and like not even notice that there's anything to transform because it is such a place to be habituated into. So this energy that's coming through that the angelic realm are talking about as a mighty energy is all about the transformation of that normal state. It's all about now what they say, this mighty energy that they're going to speaking about like so beautifully. It's not going to be shooting us up into like these exalted states of awareness. It's not going to be taking us down into the depths of our despair. It's going to be bringing us into a deeper alignment and a deeper potential to bring the fullness of our human being here into the world as a completely accepted, self-loved, activated, potent place that doesn't need to be hmm, it doesn't need to be anything but what it is in the moment in time. This is the best way to say. And it takes a lot of courage, but they're bringing through the courage with this, what they call this mighty energy. And they say the mighty energy is not just bringing, the ones who are awakening into their place of courage to be able to bring themselves forward into this earth realm, but it's also stirring up the mud of the sleepy ones. It's stirring everything up. It's stirring up the muddiness of our ordinariness. And like that kind of just like, yeah, it's just like we're just here in the mud. It's ordinary. It's fun. Like nothing's going on. It's stirring that up. It's like, hold on, every moment is with creation. So what do I really want to be doing in this moment? Who am I really in this moment? And there are so many techniques and so many ways of, discovering what your soul's greatest impulse are and ways to keep on awaking it on my website and onlyloveisreal.love, there's a whole path called I Am Love that has keys and codes and attunements and prayers and sacred movements called Light in Action, all these things. There are so many different ways to do this if we're not exactly sure, or if we are sure and we need a way to keep enhancing it and enhancing it, enhancing it, and bringing it forward. But this is what we're doing. And then for the people that are more in the combative place, they talk about the fact that like even the courage that it takes to go into combat is a rehearsal for the courage that it takes to be in somewhat of a combat with ourselves in a healthy way of bringing the fullness of our being here, stepping out of normal and into extraordinary, stepping out of ordinary and into extraordinary. So I hope you enjoy. Please let me know. And yes, private sessions are available with the angelic realm. There are many different things that are possible. And I'm sending you so much love for this journey. It's an incredible time right now because of this ordinariness that's happening. It means that we're getting closer and closer to who we really are. Because in some ways, who we really are and the extraordinariness of our being should be ordinary and that it should be natural. It should feel natural. Yeah. And so that naturalness of it can come forward without it having to kind of put a damper over itself in any way. How it has to become ordinary in any way. It can be completely extraordinary and totally natural. Just like, I don't know if you can hear the children. I'm here in India and there's children playing outside. You know, children just play and they yell and they scream and they're just so full of natural, extraordinary energy all the time. And in our own way, we are becoming the child, you know, that unless you come as little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. There's so many dimensions. There is a very, very big energy coming. In fact, it's called a mighty energy. And it has both expressions to it. One of them is the mightiness of awakening. And the other is the mightiness of the dismantling, of the further conflict, of the further confusions that are sifting themselves out here in the earth realm. The main message at this time is to prepare your heart for both. Focus on the awakening, preparing your heart for a mighty awakening. So the word mighty includes the fact that it's very strong. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're being shot into all these other realms. It means that it's going to bring you into some kind of challenge, is the word, to actualize a deeper level of strength of who you are here in the earth realm. Yet that strength is going to be aligned with the new earth principles of love, of unity, of communication, of connection, of compassion, of awakening to the multidimensional self. And so this will be the might of the ones who are inspired this way. And then there will be a mightiness of, really, the word is war, combat. So a greater, bigger gesture of combat. And please do not worry about this. Of course, we are meant to have our human emotions when we see the suffering of our fellow beings. Yet, please understand that this false self-ego that is activated in these wars must exhaust itself until the individuals are ready to awaken, ready to find the true courage and true self to embody their light. So in a way, although we are not at all sugarcoating the destruction or the pain, but in a way, the stepping up into the courage for battle is the first stage of the stepping towards the courage for the light. So the courage itself needs to be activated and then rarefied. There is being shown an incredible, wow, it's so beautiful, landscape of light, like a realm, a dimensional realm, that many of you will find yourself connecting to. It's extremely beautiful. You'll see it in visions, you'll see it in your imagination, you'll see it in your dreams. And it is indeed almost like a holding place, you know, somewhere in between dimensions, where many people will go and get nourished and nurtured, and most of all, remember who they truly are. The remembering through the mightiness of the courage to bring more of what you are in your emancipated self here into the earth. The more we do this, the more the remembering will take place. And the more you do this, the more the doorway to these alternate realities open. And they are, you know, they're places to be soothed in, because yes, when you step into the courage of your beingness, you're also stepping into a type of battle. Sometimes it's a battle with yourself, with the overcoming of the patternings of lifetimes gone by of choosing to protect that part of yourself. Other times it's a battle with others, the disturbances that people experience in the human realm when they see somebody else stepping into a less fearful place. They can often, rather than feel comforted by that, feel disturbed by it because it disturbs their sense of complacency within their own fear. Ultimately, whether it's coming to you from the inside or from the outside, it is an inside experience. So always just take it back to that. If something is confronting you on the outside, go inside, realize that you just need to cultivate a deeper permission for your light to be here as who you are. And it is like a battle. This is like the spiritual battle, but it's not a battle of good and evil as somehow it is. Sometimes it is presented. And we are not suggesting that good and evil don't exist in actions. They are actions that are evolutionary and involutionary, yet even the involuting, it's like a seed going underground. It is actually on its way out, but that's the direction that it needs to take. So if good and evil in your mind means a separation, a division, then no, we do not speak about good and evil in this way. We speak about it as a descriptive for the evoluting and the involuting pathways that need to take place, whether the seed needs to go underground to germinate, to blossom, or whether now it's ready to blossom. So it is a battle of the involuting and the evoluting energies inside and out. Yet it need not be combat. You need not take sides. Do you understand what we mean by this? You need to rise in your courage, and that way it is a battle. But the courage is really the courage of self-overcoming. It's not about taking sides. The idea of taking sides needs to be undone for this next dimensional reality to be discovered as an inner beautiful beauty, as an inner beauty. For each human being has many beauties that reside within, and each one is a stage of the evolution of their consciousness. And you may, when you are visioning many souls that are completely disconnected with their beauties, you may vision them, remembering their beauties. This is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and that you can give to them. So this next stage, this next week, it's really about the might. It's about feeling it, not being frightened of it. Letting yourself go, okay, here it is. Here's the mightiness. Okay, I choose to open to this. Please help me. Maybe I'm a little bit uncertain. I need some support. Please help me. The other realm helpers want nothing else but to be invited into the journey. Stepped into the mightiness. And of course, this does not end after 1 week. It's like a door that is opening for a greater expression of the might of who you are. And as always, beloved children of the light, we bring you all love and all blessings for this journey. Please know that what you are experiencing is absolutely natural, absolutely in alignment, absolutely as it should be. And in those simple words live so many truths for you to embody. And the more truths you embody, the closer you come to the absolute truth. We bring you all love and all blessings for this very beautiful journey of love.